You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
Hey guys, I'm back again, and before I get into a series, I want to talk about another pilot, which is to another Nickelodeon classic, Rocko's Modern Life, with this pilot episode, Trash Show Madness. We start with what amounts to a normal day for Rocko standards, with a crazy ass dog that's terrorizing the neighborhood, drinking weed killer like it's a 40 ounce. We are then introduced to Rocko, who lives on his own and is in the mess of a room with his dog Spunky. And he's woken up to a monstrous sound, which was just Spunky saying he's hungry. Rocko wants to have a real homemade meal because I guess he's been eating out a lot since moving to the US, and the food is interesting, I'd say the least. Toaster waffles on a stick? I mean, if it was in the US, it'd be fried. Some type of bacon, and Spunky wants to eat heart valves. Like, do they make food like that for dogs? Like, I'm kind of thinking, like, do they? But who clips their nails like that and just leaves it on the floor? But this is Rocko, who is 20, so clean must not be on the order of to do things. But he did tell Spunky that if he doesn't electrocute himself again today, then he'll buy him a puppy meal as Spunky starts eating Rocko's toenails, with Rocko worried that something may be wrong with his dog. Rocko is ecstatic that the garbage guys are back picking up the street's trash as they haven't done their job in 6 months. Apparently they got their licenses back, so Rocko hurries as fast as he can to clean up so he doesn't miss a chance to get rid of all the trash that's been piling up since then. I too know this pain, as sometimes I would forget to put the trash out and scramble hearing the garbage truck coming down the street, and if you miss it, then you have to deal with the trash piling up or take it to the dump because you just can't have it lie around everywhere. As Rocko grabs all the trash he can, the neighborhood dog is watching from the window. Rocko tries to vacuum, but Spunky gets caught up in the machine, only to be shot out to the ceiling. Later, Rocko is in the fridge. He has some ice roaches living in there among other rotten food. He finds something that is green and decides to throw it away, but Spunky has other ideas. He takes the green mess, which seems to be alive, while Rocko isn't looking, but catches the dog. Rocko looks out the window and sees that the garbage truck is getting closer, but I see how they lost their license because they just start steamrolling all over the cars down the street. Spunky isn't listening to Rocko and decides it wants the green thing for itself from the pile. Rocko hurriedly takes everything to the trash compactor, Spunky included, and shrinks it down as we see that everything else is still a mess. Rocko runs to the truck as it's on his street, and we see the dog is circling his house. Once he gets to the door, we are greeted by the crazy dog, and he slams it in his face, which is normal because people really don't leash their pets, saying that they're friendly, not saying that this is a friendly dog, and they potentially would hurt someone or another pet because they either don't know how to control them or won't control them. The dog will not leave, and he's running out of time, so Rocko decides to fish it to the truck, while Earl the dog decides to do something as Rocko laughs at the dumb dog as he thinks Spunky is with him. He watches as Spunky gets eaten by the truck, then fishes it out, but Earl eats Spunky instead, and the trash. Rocko tries to get Earl to cough up Spunky, but gets punched in the eye. Look, if a junkyard dog decides to give me a 2-piece, I might rethink everything and just let him have my dumbass dog. Rocko tries a steak and still gets punched. At this point, I think it's just personal between Rocko and Earl. Funny enough, Rocko actually punches his snout in, and Earl doesn't care about the trash anymore and just maims Rocko instead. It looks like Rocko's on his last nerve as he smooths Spunky out to reinflate him. At bath time, Rocko got a black eye for his troubles and didn't get rid of the trash after all, but had to save Spunky instead because that dog is the only family he has since he's living on his own. Rocko wants to know what Spunky has in its mouth, and it's the slime from the fridge. Rocko orders him to get rid of it. He does just that and drops it into the bathtub, but at that point I would be looking for another dog. Like, there really isn't a story in this pilot, so much so that this is just everyday life with Rocko and the bad luck that he has as a guy in his 20s in 1992. In this instance, it's dealing with rabid neighborhood dogs and not cleaning your house because the garbage truck drivers didn't have their licenses to pick up that day or week. So our boy Rocko decided that he could tough it out and not clean the house for 6 months. It shows people living on their own don't have the best ideas, as he could have just called the city to see where the dump was and taken it there himself if he really needed it to, or called to get a pickup. But he chose to live in trash like some Japanese NEET or girl failure. The moral of the story here for the pilot is don't be lazy and take your shit to the dump. With all that being said, stay gold guys, and I'll see you in the next video.